Oh, I didn't even see that. Huh. It is a ring, bro. It is a ring. I didn't even see that. Oh my god. This man had a wifey, bro. He had a waifu. Whoa, whoa. Oh my gosh, bro. They're trying to make me feel bad for the bad guy again, bro. They're trying to make me feel bad, bro. That's crazy. I didn't even see that when I was reading through it. On my first read through, I didn't even see this. Trying to make me feel bad for this dude, bro. And it's working. No. Alright, so we're reading through. This is Kagurabachi chapter 104 and 105. 105 just dropped today, and I just read it on my way back home. Um, and it's like I just couldn't wait to press the record button just to like turn on my laptop and look at it again. I'm just looking through 104 right now. Hold on. Oh my gosh, bro. Just these panels are insane. Okay. Yeah, so this was interesting. This was interesting. There are some chapters, I think I mentioned it in a video before, but there are some chapters that I did skip. So my mind is kind of like blown right now. Hey guys, my name's Christopher, and I'm here to talk to you today about a children's book me and my good friend Evan are working on. It's called A Box of Wonders. We're excited to be working on our first book together and eventually give you a story you can share with the little ones. A Box of Wonders is a story about a father occupied with work so much so that he doesn't have time to tell his son a bedtime story. The father's solution? Giving his son an advanced AI box that can tell the boy all kinds of incredible stories. So incredible that the boy is hooked on this box and prefers the box over his father's storytelling. The boy at this point is glued to the mesmerizing stories the box can tell him and doesn't interact with his parents like he used to. But the boy will soon realize that even after all the amazing stories this AI box can tell, it's nothing compared to the loving bond and time shared with family. I'm telling you, man, the book's still a work in progress, but if you guys want to support our book right now, you can start with supporting my Patreon. Just get on your device and type patreon.com/ChrisOAjayi. That's patreon.com/ChrisOAjayi, A-J-A-Y-I. And you can become a member today. We'll be posting the early artwork of the panels for your eyes only on Patreon. So this is behind the scenes content. You'll get to take a look at the whole story from beginning to end before the official book releases. Well, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for listening. We're so excited, me and Evan, to be working on this children's book and, you know, present it to you guys in the future. Yeah, and so I just wish you have a blessed day, and until next time, peace, y'all. Because, and I might be wrong, but I'm gonna just talk for the sake of the video. I'm gonna just go in as I've read it. You know, I'm not gonna try and look too much stuff up or look at other people's reviews and stuff because I want it to feel organic. You know what I'm saying? He mentions it's not in 104. Who mentions this? In 105, this dude who's taken over Yura's body says something I didn't even realize. He's Chihiro's dad's brother. And guys, comment below because I do have questions, and I'm just like, yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. There's so much information, bro. I don't like it. I don't like it, bro. I don't like when there's like, especially in 105, there's a lot of speaking. But there's so many dope moments in 105, though. Hold on. I'm just looking at these panels right now from 104 because I love them so much. Look at the way, look at the plants coming out of this. This looks like something out of like a cosmic. Doesn't this look like something out of a cosmic horror movie? Let me put it right here so you can see it. Bro, this is scary. I don't do too well with horror films. You know what I'm saying? So this is crazy right here. Yikes. Yikes. He is in so much pain right now. You can just kind of feel it reading these panels. Yura is in so much pain. This is gnarly, dude. And this is the first time I've seen Yura just crash out. And he says, "Your father made the world like this. Your father made the world like this." And this is something interesting because I don't know. I feel like the reader already picked up on that too. Um, and let me know in the comments if you guys felt the same way in the beginning of Kagurabachi when they explained that his father kind of, you know, put the enchanted blades away. I was kind of thinking that like how could you could use the swords to enforce good in the world, but then I understood Chihiro's father's perspective on like because the last guy who wielded the blades caused real damage, and so in his mind he was probably like, oh yeah, I could never because he made the blades, and so you can imagine, he felt guilt, he felt like it was his fault, him allowing people to wield the blade and someone so close to him too. I forgot the guy's name, but I'm just going off of what I've read so far. So you give this person you trust the blades and they go out and just massacre a ton of people. Bro, you're scarred after that. You're scarred. There's no way you never want to put these weapons in people. These blades are essentially nuclear bombs. This is what I'm getting from this. These are nuclear weapons and you put it into the hands of someone you trusted and they used it for evil, or for what they perceived to be the right thing to do at the time. Either way, mass casualties, right? And so in Chihiro's father's head, I completely understand him wanting to just hide the blades away and not use them at all. You know, personally, I don't understand why he didn't just like destroy them. He created them. I'm sure he knows how to destroy them. I don't know if they've explained that. Again, there are some chapters that I skipped, so I don't know. But anyways, but yeah, so Eurus is pissed off. He crashes out at Chihiro and says, "Your father made the world like this." Um, yeah, and it's kind of hard to just argue with him. It's like you see Chihiro's father's perspective, and you see Eurus' perspective as well, and it makes it tough, man. It makes it tough to argue with either side. I'm more so on Chihiro's dad's side because, like, yeah, after I seen that, I would have been scared, shook. I'm like, I'm putting these away. If there's a way, I would have destroyed them. I would have destroyed them. I'm not hiding them nowhere. I created them. I'm getting rid of them. You're never seeing them again. And I'll at least keep one for myself and one for my son. Or if anything, just one for myself, and that's it. But the rest of them they're done. They're getting destroyed. But anyways, I'm moving on to chapter 105. I just want to look back at chapter 104. What I usually like to do is wait for 2 chapters to drop and then just read them both. This man really had a wife, bro. That is crazy, bro. Let me look at that panel one more time. That's crazy. And I like this radio right here, bro. What time period is this? They got flat screens? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, no, why wouldn't they? Look how modern these buildings look. I feel like they would have it, but maybe he's an old fashioned guy. Maybe Euro was an old fashioned guy, man. But yeah, this guy was married or engaged. Or engaged. This could be an engagement ring. I can't really tell. I don't know. Okay. Moving on. 105. 105. Let me escape from here. Bro, these chapters are so these chapters have been so good, bro. It is I can't explain it, but these last few chapters really feel like an event, you know? Like if this was the anime, this would be the season finale or something. I don't know. Like this feels special. This feels special. Um I haven't felt this way about a fight since like I don't know, bro. I hate to keep making Naruto references, but since the Valley of the End when they were kids, or that other fight in Bleach with Ichigo versus Grimjow, that was legendary too. That was pretty legendary. That was a moment for sure. But yeah, chapter 105 of Kagurabachi. Okay, let me see. Let me scroll through these chapters real quick. Bro, some of these like action panels are kind of they're reminding me of Shojin X a little bit. Now I've read some of Shojin X. I haven't been reading it for a while now, but maybe I should go back to it and see what's been going on. But yeah, like I'm looking at the flames right now, and I'm just reminded about Shojin X a little bit. But bro, this man kicked Yura into like yo. Yura is getting talk about kicking a horse when he's down, bro. This is crazy, bro. This man was already in excruciating pain, and this dude Samura, I think he like I don't know what he did. I think he like kicks him into like a building. He kicks him into like a building or something, bro. Look at his bro. Look at how he is laid out here, bro. Oh my gosh, he's laid out, bro. Look, is his head, bro? I never even noticed this before. Is this head like broken? Like, is it twisted the other way, bro? Look at how he did his fingers. Look at his fingers. He massacred this man, bro. Oh, maybe he just shaded his face. He just shaded his face here. It looks like his head got turned around, bro. This man Yura is laid out. And then the other guy, what's his name? What's this guy's name? He takes over his body and he switches fits, bro. He's like, I'm not feeling this suit. I'm not feeling the suit and tie, bro. I'm switching fits. And he puts on this. I forgot what these are called in Japan. Gowns, warrior gown. I don't know what they're called. I forgot. Um. Oh my gosh, drippy. Oh no. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. I'm just imagine. I'm imagining in the anime like the glass is still floating alongside Yura. I forget his name, the guy who takes over Yura's body, so I'm just gonna keep calling him Yura for now. Um, I'm just imagining this glass still floating in the air. This man is on his Frieza type stuff, bro. And I could definitely believe that this guy's related to Chihiro's dad because even his personality when you check one of the past chapters, uh, one of his first appearances is him stretching, and I thought that was interesting. I remember that. And then all this is happening, and look what he says here. He says, "Your eyes." He's talking to Samurai. This is Yoru, the guy who took over Yoru's body. He's talking to Samurai, and he says, "Your eyes healed them. Your eyes, you healed them. You look cool." What? Why would you say that to this guy who you're about to body, bro? And so I would like some clarification. This guy that took over, oh, excuse me, this guy that took over Yura's body. This is Chihiro's dad's brother, right? So that makes Chihiro this guy's nephew, right? This is crazy, bro. And so yeah, also the interesting thing here is that the blade is finally out of the sheath, its casing, whatever y'all call it. And then what is this? This I don't understand. The building, as the blade is coming out, the building turns black, and it looks like this weird goop stuff. What, I don't understand what this is. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. What's happening, right? This feels like Bleach. I feel like I'm watching Bleach right now. I feel like I'm watching Bleach right now. Okay, he has hold of the blade and he says butterfly, and then this was he cuts. I'm gonna put it up here so you can see it. He cuts the panel in half. He's aiming at Samura and he cuts the panel in half. And so it's almost like the author does this cool thing where it's like the blade, the hit was so strong that it's like almost like fourth wall breaking and it affects the panel that he's in. That's so cool. And then immediately this turns into Dragon Ball Z Kai and cities, buildings are completely leveled. It looked like he cut like several buildings in half with that one butterfly move. And then Chichiro is out here calling for Samura. Bro, Samura's dead, bro. He's dead. Oh, wait, well, he's gotta be dead, bro. I think he has some kind of teleportation techniques, but he's either dead or he's, badly injured. He lost a limb. Something happened, bro. Something happened. I don't know how they're gonna win. I don't know how they're gonna win this fight. This is fun, but if the author somehow makes Chichiro come out on top, I'm gonna be side eyeing a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, because this is one of those situations where I feel like you made the enemy a little bit too OP to the point where the reader can't imagine the main character winning the fight anymore because he's overpowered. There's no Chihiro doesn't have like another secret power up. He doesn't have like a demon spirit sleeping inside of him, waiting to like. No, he doesn't have any of that. This is it. So it's yeah. How is I don't, bro? I think the next chapter is just gonna be Chihiro getting whooped, or maybe Chihiro masters the talk no jutsu for the first time, and I don't know. He talks this guy out of it. This guy who's taken over Yoru's body, he does not seem like the type to be swayed at all. Um, it might be GG's, bro. It might be over with, bro. Now you've how you've grown, Chihiro. That's what he says at the end. Yeah, it's looking grim, bro. It's looking real dark for these guys, bro. This dude reminds me so much. Again, speaking about Bleach, this guy reminds me so much of Aizen. I don't see a win here, bro. Again, maybe some reinforcements will show up, but who is going to help with this? Who is going to help with this? This guy is like, this is crazy, bro. I feel like we have reached a season finale here. I feel like this is like, I'm so curious about what happens next. What next? If they, I'm curious about the next chapter because I want to see how they survive this, and then when they survive, what happens next? What happens after this? Does I mean it's like, and I've thought about this. I'm completely fine with there not being more after this. Like this is it. This would be I'm completely fine if because this was Chihiro's mission from the beginning, right? It was to get the enchanted blades back and stop his father's killer. That was his goal, right? And if he achieves it, if this is really the end, I'm cool. I'm cool. I think as I've grown I've really just been content with stories ending, like stories not being 800 chapters long, you know. So if it ends here, like I wouldn't be mad. I don't see where else to go from this, you know. It's not like Chainsaw Man where there's so many open avenues to go down, so many characters that are still around, you know, and are so interesting. It's like, not to say that the characters here aren't so interesting, like, but I don't see this continuing, you know. It's like this feels like the end game right now. But yeah. But anyways, guys, if you guys saw I'm putting the video for my new children's book me and my good friend Evan are working on right now. Is a project we are very passionate about. I've always wanted to work on children's books. No, that's a lie. Let me take that back. When I became a Christian, you know, when I became a follower of Jesus Christ, I felt a desire, you know, being a part of my church, seeing all the children in our church, specifically the young men, you know, I felt moved to make stories for them. And I thought for a while about making a children's book. And lo and behold, my friend Evan, who I met at church one day, you know, later along the line, you know, he hit me up one day and actually it's his wife, who I love so much. She's great as well. I think his wife recommended um you know, that I would be the illustrator for the story that he wrote. Um, because I guess, you know, he saw some of my work on she saw some of my work on Instagram and you know, told him about it, and he reached out to me, and it was so crazy how it all came together because I've been contemplating on working on a children's book. I really wanted to, and I never told Evan. I never told him any of that. I never told Mindy. That's his wife. Um, and he just texted me one day. He was like, "Hey, I'm working on a children's book, and I want you to illustrate." And I really just thought that was like a sign from God to just do it, you know. And so I'm probably I'm probably more excited to work on this than he is. You know, I'm really looking forward to oh, what the heck is this? Hold on, someone's calling my phone. Yeah, I'm really excited to be working on this, and I can't wait to present it to you guys. Um, if you guys want to support while the children's book is being worked on, um, I would love it if you guys supported my Patreon. I've just recently posted a few panels on there, like 3 panels, from the story, uncolored, and I'm gonna continue weekly to be, you know, posting those panels uh, until the book releases, you know. And so we're working on making it an ebook, making the physical book, and you know, again, we are just so stoked, man. We were talking about it, you know, when I was over at Evan's house, you know, and we were just working on some stuff, and we were just sharing our passion for, you know, storytelling, and you know how we're just excited to just do this. This is our first children's book that we're working on, um, and we're just excited, man. We're just excited. I'm excited, and so yeah, please support me on Patreon. And if you don't want to support Patreon, if you don't want to support my Patreon, that's completely fine. Um, all I need you to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, man. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the videos, and watch the rest of the videos that I put out. Yeah. And so Kagurabachi, chapter 104 and 105. This is epic. This is weird. It feels weird because it feels like it's ending. But I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. If this is Chihiro's end game, I'm cool. And I'm excited to see if he's gonna beat this guy, how he's gonna win. Let's see what happens, man. Anyways, man, I'm gone, bro. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.